What's up, gang? Carlton Flowers here, your crypto pro, with a quick update on Civic. While everybody is sleeping on CVC, I think we'll be surprised with some of the action that could be in store. So let's just take a look at the price action of what has happened since the last update. I think Civic did great during this time of bearish trading since the BTC correction, as Civic has held strong every time it bounced on the 200 period exponential moving average line. That is awesome. And right now we can see that we're currently trading above the 50 period EMA right there. So what is in store for Civic in the short run? First of all, we see that we have a slightly bullish and slightly bearish stochastic, as we have formed the good old double hump camel up here at the top, and we do have a crossover of the %K to the %D with the direction heading a little bit downward, but we know that that could reverse. So the stochastic is looking kind of neutral and strong in the same sense, because when you compare the stochastic cycles to the price line above, this is where we find the indication of strength. Stochastic peak here, it returned this bottom right here while we were sliding into the dump. The next stochastic peak here returned this high point here. The next peak here returns this high point here. And then this double hump camel brings us to these two peaks here and here. Connect the dots. Look at the overall. It's kind of moving up and flattening out. That's a consolidation move. It's what happened before. We had this rise, a pop, a correction, consolidation, rise, pop, correction, consolidation. There we go. So what's going to happen from here out? Well, here are the two scenarios. First of all, let's take note of the MACD, as we had this massive movement above the zero line, and then the oscillators moved down below, and now we have a crossover. We're above the zero line once again, and we're printing green bars on the histogram. So the stochastic is negative, so let's talk about the negative scenario. That would be if BTC dumps. If it does, we might revisit this 200 EMA line, which would take us right to this volume node right here. And if it breaks out to the positive, if BTC does not dump, I would look for a movement to this next volume node that is just below 50 cents. And then if we look at the one-day chart, then we can kind of get an idea of the overall. Now, looking at it from this standpoint, you can see it. We had this languishing down here. We had the pop, and then we had the correction, consolidation, pop, all the way up to what, 70, 80 cents? And then we corrected down here, where on the one-day chart, we're still trading above the 50 period EMA and well above the 200 period EMA. Now, we did have a crossover right here on the MACD, which would have been the sell signal, telling people who use this as a trigger that they would have sold right there. So then they would have been able to buy back on some of these dips right here. The stochastic looks great. Look at that, headed straight up. And the fast line is well above the slow line. Nice angle upward. And then on the MACD, we're printing the light red bars, and we're moving back up to the zero line. So then I would look for a crossover of the fast line to the slow line. It would look something like this. Here we go. That's what it would look like. And so if you're not in this project, you could use this as a buying trigger. And then I would expect, my guess is that after this correction is done, we're going to do this again. Not financial advice. Don't listen to me. It's a shot in the dark. If you listen to what I say on these charts, you could lose all of your money. You live in box out in the middle of street. So do not listen to me. Okay, so that's all I've got to say about Civic. I'd love to know your thoughts. Are you going to hold your bag whether or not BTC dumps? What are you going to do? And what do you think the upside potential is? I'm thinking we could be sailing above $1 the next time it makes a move. But like I said, not financial advice. It's merely conjecture. This is Carlton, and I'm out.